Boom. Hello, hello, my friends. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Welcome back to another Wealth Wednesdays call. I love these calls. Personally, I feel like they're amazing because whoever needs help during the week, whoever's stuck on something for their brand and wants to discuss something, you can hop on and join. You don't have to join every single call, but when you are here, you can get as much value as possible. So my friends, the way that these calls work is all of us can communicate and talk to each other. We're all masterminding with each other. You can ask your question and all of us, the Utopians, including myself, can answer and help you out with it. So whatever questions that you guys have about your business, whatever you guys are stuck on specifically, you guys can go ahead and share it right here, right now, and let me know. So for example, Robert, Simone, Sunny, James, do you guys have any questions about your business that you guys need help with?
Yes, I have a question.
What's up?
I am running a nutritional supplement brand, e-commerce store, and right now we are struggling to make a sale. Right now we are running Facebook ads and giving a lead magnet in form of ebook and getting email IDs from the Facebook, and we are doing email series to those email IDs which we are getting from the Facebook. But still we are not able to convert those email IDs.
What's your average order value?
In Indian rupees, it goes to 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. Right? In terms
Which is how much USD? Yeah.
USD, it can go from $20 to $60 in between the range.
Okay, in my recommendation, you shouldn't do lead capturing based campaigns or campaigns in general. I don't know why you are doing that. Just do simple conversion based campaigns and try selling directly to them. Because I know a lot of people in local Pakistan who actually run local based ads and they just run straight conversion ads as well. We have Qash Umar over here. Qash, can you hear me? Qash, you there? I don't know if
Yep, I can hear you.
So Qash, he basically has a brand right now that he's running with Facebook ads. His name is Sunny, and he is running to local audience in India. But his problem is he is running lead magnet based ads. He's collecting leads and it's not converting. Do you have any recommendations for him? I personally said start up conversion based ads, but do you have any recommendations as well?
So let me ask, what type of business is it actually? Is it an e-commerce or something else?
It is an e-commerce store selling nutritional supplements.
Okay, and then why are you doing lead capturing ads, if I can ask?
Because we have a limitation on budget, so we can't do massive ads, ad budgeting on Facebook as compared to our competitors. So on a limited budget constraint, I thought that generating a lead magnet would help me to get relevant clients, and with the help of email marketing, I could convert them by offering them discount coupons and sort of.
And is that a flow working for you? The flow, I mean, the flow you have for your lead capture, like the leads you capture, what you do after with them?
Basically, I run a welcome email campaign, and in the first email that goes out, I'm sending a discount coupon of additional 10%. And from then on, I'm giving them value-based emails. I'm sending them value-based email, and then again
What's the open rate of your email? The first email.
The first email open rate is around 70%, 60 to 70%.
Okay, then 30 to 25% leads you are already losing on the first step. So for e-commerce, I'm never ever going to recommend doing lead capturing ad. Even though if you don't have any budget for doing conversion ad, don't do ads. Start with organic. Start investing with SEO. Start investing with your passive marketing. But if you want to go for paid ads for an e-commerce, always go for conversions. That's the only objective which is going to work for e-commerce store. A lot of people I see out there, they start with traffic, they start with the engagement campaign to build up engagement, to evolve their pixel, but it's not going to work because you need to understand once you are doing ads on Facebook and you set with multiple objectives, every objective is hitting a different level of audience into the Facebook algorithm. So if you're doing traffic campaign or if you're doing lead capturing campaign, Facebook is always going to show your ads in front of the people who have the similar behavior, who browse a lot and they don't shop, who sign up a lot and they don't shop. And if you're doing conversion ad, Facebook is going to show the ads to the people who have behavior in the past to convert or to buy something from any other similar brand of yours. So that's what something you need to understand when doing Facebook ads.
Okay, and can you give me an example of conversion ad?
Yeah, conversion ad is simple. It's like you create the ad with a shop now button, directing someone to a page where you have the purchase event set up. For example, if you talk about Shopify, the thank you page is straight away Shopify purchase page where Pixel is tracking the purchase. So when you're doing conversion campaign, you optimize your campaign for the event purchase, and then Facebook drives people from your product page to cart page to checkout and end up making the purchase and optimize more people to achieve that event.
Okay.
This is why Qash is always my consultant with Facebook ads. Even when I have another person running Facebook ads, we always go back to Qash to give any sort of advice and direction with all of our Facebook ads. You're amazing, my friend. So I hope that answers your question, Sunny. If you have any other questions, you can hit up any of us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Qash. Does anyone else want to ask a question? You guys, everyone here has time to ask any question that you want. Go ahead, my friend has.
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Wiz.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, I'm all right. This is the first time I've ever joined one of these, by the way. Like, I've been in Utopia for the longest time, and I've just never joined any of these calls. And I thought to myself, like, what am I doing? So, yeah.
Yeah, but by the end of this call, you're going to be addicted to these, and I'm going to be seeing you here either every call or at least once on a monthly basis with
Inshallah,
ease, my friend.
Inshallah, I'll turn up as often. Do you know what? It's a good time because in London, it's 10 a.m. now. So, yeah, it's a really good time for me.
Yeah, it's good because I'm in Morocco right now. So this time zone works really well because I noticed all of you guys, everyone in this call is very engaged as well. And it's more engaged in the EST time zone. So I'm going to be continuously doing these calls at this time. So what do you want to ask, my friend?
Yeah, so my question is around, does anyone here do Google shopping ads?
I have, my agency does. My business partner's not on the call, but what do you want to ask?
Is this Schmielbeck PPC?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the thing, I messaged him yesterday. I sent him a loom actually with my question, and he said he'll get back to me, but he didn't get back to me because I assume he was busy. But where is he based? Like, what's the best time to follow up with him?
So what we do is our Mondays and Tuesdays, we completely focus on optimizing campaigns. So we don't look at new client stuff on purpose, and we start looking at it on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So he's going to be responding back today with ease, but Qash as well runs Google ads. Qash has been crazy. One of my brands, we spent 25K, made $250,000 back. And Qash is phenomenal at what he does with it. They were some sort of AirPods, basically. Do you want to ask Qash the question?
Yeah, Qash, if you're, if you basically, it's a really simple question. So, like, what do you find is the best way to integrate Google Merchant Center with Shopify without using the standard Google Shopping app? Because, long story short, I sell mainly to the US. Sorry?
No, I think someone just echoed in the background. Go for it.
Okay, yeah. So I live in the UK, obviously, but I mean, my market's in the US, and the issue with the Google Shopping app, like the one by Google, is that it only allows you to run Google Shopping ads in your local currency, which is obviously not what I need. There is another option, which is like $5 a month, called Feed for Google Shopping. And I don't know if anyone's ever used Feed for Google Shopping and what their experience has been with that.
I'm sorry, in the middle, I lost the question. So the question I heard from you is, what's the best way to integrate your merchant account with the Shopify if you're not using the Google standard shopping app? So, honestly, if I talk from my experience, I have lost so many merchant accounts from Google due to policy violation in my experience of 5 years. And at this point, I'm only going to recommend you doing it for the proper way of what Google recommends their shopping app. And if you're doing it from third-party app, there's a lot of apps out there who offer the data set, data feed, and all that. But the best way is to do with Google Shopping ad. Other than that, I don't use any specific app for submitting my feed into merchant account because it's super critical. And if you lose your merchant account once and it's gone for all, then you cannot do shopping ads for any of for a business for a long time. So
like has one of my
if you-
ecom brands right now, for example, I've been chasing for the past month and a half trying to get it reset up again. I have a connect at Google who's been trying to help out. We're paying some other lady a few $1,000s as well to try helping out, and it's all a risk. If you're
very
banned
difficult
once,
to get it back.
you're screwed.
So,
So
so the question, if you come back to the question, I would not recommend you using any other app than Google itself. And before submitting your feed, make sure your policies, your shipping, your terms, your refund policies, your store navigation, and everything should be on a perfect
Yeah,
condition.
I've sorted.
Then
I've sorted. Cash. I've sorted all of that. But my only concern is all these disapprovals, like these GTIN and MPN records. Like, I've been really deep into this for like the past 2 days, and it's a bit of a minefield. But yeah, I'm sure Mr. Schmielbeck will get back to you.
Schmielbeck has an entire checklist SOP for you that he will share with you, and I'll hit him up to tell him to share it as well. He'll probably hop in a call, and he'll walk you through every single step of the process. So that'll be solved for you 100%. Okay.
Jazakallah. That's super helpful. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. Do you want to ask any questions about is your store already profitable right now?
Yeah, it's profitable. So, like, just to give you a bit of context, I come from the agency background. Obviously, not offering Google Ads as a service. But yeah, I've recently invested in a brand, and I'm more of a selfish endeavor to try and become the best brand builder I can. Because to be honest, bro, I've got a lot of experience like selling agency services, but I just wanted actual direct consumer experience. So that's why I'm on board with this brand now.
Beautiful. So you guys are probably normal average order value around $40 to $60.
No, £300. Like $350.
Okay, beautiful. But you're killing it on the Facebook ad side and the Google ad side overall right now?
Killing it with influencers. Like, I'm not going to reveal the brand, obviously, but it's one of the fastest growing anime brands in the UK, definitely.
Dude, you gotta speak to Qash. I owned an anime brand that was popping off. Speak to Qash. Qash has a lot of insight in this niche. Hit him up after this call. See what you guys can do. He will give you any pieces of insight. He's run all of my ads for all of my anime brands until they got taken down because of.
Sorry to interrupt you. Is Qash? Where are you based, brother?
I'm from Pakistan.
I'm coming to Islamabad in December.
Oh, most welcome, brother. Be my guest.
I'm gonna have to meet up with you.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, definitely, man. That's sick. Yeah, cool. All right.
Beautiful. Yeah, so hit him up after. He'll be able to help. See, guys, this is the beauty about these calls. These calls are about networking and helping each other out and seeing who can provide value. I don't have all the answers, but other people do. Qash is an expert, so Qash is able to help out. So that's the beauty. If any of you guys want to ask another question over here, let's see what magic can be created throughout that little few minutes. Anyone else at all? We have James here. We have Iren. We have Robert, Jay-Z. Dang, we got the real Jay-Z in here. How can we do this, bro? Irene, you can just hippity hop into the call. You can just unmute yourself and start speaking.
Start rapping. Jay-Z, start rapping.
Jay-Z, you know, I would have chosen you at a dinner over $500,000 in cash. Just letting you know, man. But anyone else want to ask? We have Anthony over here. Guys, do not be afraid. These calls are here to help you.
If no one's going to ask you a question, I'll ask you. Oh, hang on. I think we've got a question here from Iren. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Yeah, okay. So currently I'm building a web design and branding agency, and my niche is I'm going into private medicine and probably fitness and nutrition. And actually, I'm kind of struggling showing the clients and explaining the clients the value of branding.
Very difficult.
How does it impact their sales?
Okay, so branding is something that everyone, from what my friends do who are doing over 7 and 8 figures on a yearly basis, they all say the same thing. Branding is the most difficult thing to show tangible results from, but it is the best way to stand out in the market. What your main selling point over here for branding, because a few of my friends have branding agencies, the best selling point that you have is this. There is so much competition. People are swimming in a red ocean. Everyone and their mother can go to the gym and start working out and open up a social media account and start building this brand. But what separates you from the rest? There are tens of thousands of YouTube channels, millions of influencers on Instagram. What is the way that makes you stand out from the rest? And this is what comes with branding. Branding is all about personality. We're basically extracting our personality traits and we're defining our audience's personality traits, and we're having some sort of synergy. Like, think about this. My friends, when you guys think about who your best friend is, who is it? Your best friend is someone who has the exact same personality traits as you. That's where you guys align. That's what your goal as a brand is. Your goal as a brand is to have personality traits that align with your audience's personality traits, so they trust and love your brand. Once you have these personality traits, you can create unique value propositions that makes your brand stand out from the rest. So you look at 10 other influencers. What are they all doing? One has an app, one sells supplements, one sells XYZ, whatever it may be. Then now you're going to look at their main value propositions. You're going to take those as your baseline, and then you're going to come up with something so unique on top of what they have based off of your brand's value propositions, and you're going to create something unique. So when you're selling to them, you're letting them know that it's the only way to stand out in a unique manner compared to every other average Joe in the world who's trying to open up their own brand in a similar niche.
Oh, okay, you sold me the branding package.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'll send you invoice 6K right after this call. But after, realistically, it's a very, very simple play. Branding. If you want more help with branding, hit up Sam Wild in Utopia. She closes very large deals with branding, and she's phenomenal at what she does. And I'm talking about like deals that are 6K plus just for a single package. And she's able to do this because she shows real examples of tangible examples of what branding is. Another example is TokyoTreat.com and Boxu.com. Both of these brands are selling the exact same thing. They're Japanese goods. But what's the difference? The audience. One of them selling them to a cute anime-based brand, and the other one selling to an authentic older audience of authentic Japanese sweets. It's the exact same product, exact same subscription model. It's just the audience they're selling to is different. So you can show that as an example to your clients so they see the importance of what branding is.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, no problem. I know you were about to ask something, Has, I believe.
Yeah, okay, so this is not necessarily agency or ecom related. It's more around time management. So like Wiz, I notice you're online all the time, yeah? Like all the time, like whether it be
partially, like I'll be playing PS4 and I'll get a notification from Utopia and I'll respond, but yeah.
Okay, but I think my question is like, how do you manage? Yeah, what's your time management like basically? Because just to give you some context, like I'm an athlete, like I've got a contract. Well, I've been offered a contract to play semi-professional basketball this season. I've not taken it.
Nice, congratulations.
I like to think I'm one of the best Pakistani basketball players in the world. I don't really know many, but yeah.
Don't say that around me, bro. I'll completely fuck your ankles over. Like completely fuck your ankles over. Okay, but yeah, continue.
Yeah. A question is like, what's your time management like? Is it
okay? So this is going to be important for every single individual in here. This is the greatest strategy that I've learned throughout the past few years. When I was on my last partnership, I had about 75 total employees, which meant every single hour of work, there was 75 hours worth of work being done. Meaning this 1 hour right now was 75 hours. That is a lot. And when we got to a point where all of our systems were automated, and if you guys don't know about systems, search up systems in Utopia, and you're going to find a video created by me on how to create systems. Systems allow you to automate the recurring tasks over and over again. That's all business is. 90% of the things that we do are recurring tasks, right? Things that we have to do on a daily basis or weekly basis. If we can systemize it, we can do it as efficiently as possible without as much thinking. See, the thing is, we have a gland in our head that allows us to make X amount of decisions on a daily basis before it drains out. Then on the next day, we have it's refilled again after we sleep. So we don't want to waste that decision-making gland every single day on repetitive things that we could have already systemized. We don't have to think about it anymore. So we want to systemize things. Once things are systemized, I work in a 15-day interval. This 15-day interval are called sprints. Qash knows about this because I've showed him the concept as well. And what I basically do is I define departments, right? Departments. If we're looking at an agency, there's 5 departments. There's business foundations, there's prospecting and closing, there's onboarding, there's the actual work, and there's reporting and optimization. All 5 of these departments have specific goals that I want to reach at the end of the 15-day period that all connect back to one main North Star. That North Star could be getting $150,000 on a monthly basis, for example, right? That's our North Star. So all of our departments, I create goals. Well, for prospecting and close, I want to reach out to 25 people on a daily basis. For the actual work, if I own an email marketing agency, I want to set up abandoned cart flow and welcome flow during this next 15 days for this specific brand. I come up with 15-day intervals and I create goals for each of the departments on how I'm going to create it. And then I just follow tasks to help me reach those goals. So now I'm working with purpose, right? Every single sprint that I'm moving towards, I'm working with purpose. Then every single week on a Sunday, I look at all of the tasks I got to create on my sprint, and I look at what the highest priority ones are, and I put them on into a page inside of my book. And I write out every single task that I want to complete during this week for these during this sprint time period. I write them all out and then I prioritize them. Then I plan out the next day, the night before. I don't plan out what I'm going to do on a Thursday, on my Sunday. I don't plan out what I'm going to do Saturday. That kills your creativity. That kills your joy for business, in my opinion. And I hated it. So what I do now is I plan out my next day the night before, always based off of my priority list: high priority, medium priority, low priority, and recurring tasks. So to simplify everything, systemize everything first, work in 2-week sprint intervals based off of a North Star that you have. And then each of the sprints, you're going to define the departments that you have in your company. Social media marketing is the department, conversion rate optimization is the department, paid media is the department. Come up to goals for each of them that you can reach in the 15-day period and create tasks based off of your systems. That's it.
Yeah, that's super valuable. Thank you. Thank you, Wiz.
No problem. You have to search of organizational structure in Utopia. I have 4 posts about it with my exact Airtables, with my exact, if you guys want to use Excel, I have an Excel example over there as well. Whatever it may be, if you guys are a smaller team, I have all of that, all the detail, everything detailed out for you guys. So you guys could just copy and paste it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Does anyone have any questions about that or anything else right now? We have Francis in here too. I know you just joined. Welcome to the Utopia, my friend.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Oh, someone else from the UK. Love it.
Yeah, UK representing.
Well, hey.
Enjoy your guys' beans, guys. I'm going to be out here eating some delicious Moroccan food while you guys have beans. Okay. No, I'm fucking with you guys. Okay, so does anyone else have any other questions? I see Anthony unmuting himself.
Yeah, can you hear me?
You're breaking
Hello?
up a little bit, my friend.
Give me a minute. I'm just about to pull in somewhere, so I'll talk then.
Okay. Does anyone else want to ask something? Francis, since we got you here and you spoke up a little bit, do you want to ask any questions about your business at all? I know you're new here. Wealth Wednesdays are calls where we talk with the Utopians and we answer each other's questions, right? And it's not just myself answering. You can come in, you can ask a question that you have, and Qash or Has or anyone inside of here, Jay-Z himself, the king, the legend, all of us over here can answer your question for you.
Yo, dude. So I've not got any specific questions. I guess one topic that is reoccurring at the moment is disabled Facebook accounts and like registering your ID. I don't know if you've come across this quite a lot, but I work in a part of what I do is like a business coach for people who are building fitness businesses. And we've had an absolute nightmare with this, with a lot of accounts getting banned. They've submitted their ID, their passport, and it's just rejected it, even though it's real, and they can't resubmit it. So they're blocked out of their account permanently.
Yeah, that happened to me this morning on 2 of my accounts right before BFCM. First things first, Iren, I don't know if you're still here, but I think it might be cool for you to hit up Francis, because I know you're in the branding side of things for fitness. So maybe you guys could potentially see what you guys could work out together in the future. But when it comes to the some girl over here inside of the call, she was just talking about branding in the fitness niche. So you guys could see what you guys could do. But Qash is over here. Qash runs dozens and dozens of Facebook ads accounts right up for multiple clients. Qash, do you want to weigh in over here? Because I would actually love your opinion as well, because I'm freaking stuck right now. Qash, you there? Okay, I think he might be away from his computer.
Sir, I'm here.
Beautiful.
I'm here, but I'm actually in my car going to the office.
Okay, Qash, do you have, did you hear what the question was?
Yeah, I had a startup like they got their ad account disapproved and they even submitted their ID and still not getting back their ad account.
Yeah. Do you have any recommendations of what we can be doing over here?
Nothing, bro. I've lost so many ad accounts, so many profiles. So there's nothing we can do. Only way is to submit a request, and if they think you are good, they will reply you or not. You have to pass on. You have to create something new. Start with everything new.
Yeah, that's exactly what Mark William told me this morning as well.
Well, if your pixel is have data and you don't want to lose your pixel, then you can sure link up your pixel to another business manager, another ad account. But this is the part of the journey. If you're doing Facebook ads, things are going to be disabled. If you just lose your ad account, right? Every year I lose 1 or 2 of my Facebook profiles with all the data, all the business manager in it. So that's the part of the journey. It's going to happen. Always be prepared. Always try to have backup things ready. There are also a couple of agencies out there who are offering services of giving you a warmed up business manager and ad account, something like that. So if you are getting so many, like I work with a couple of brands, what they do is they do rapid testing. They do like 15 to 20 campaigns every single day of new products. So they got so many of their ad account disabled, and they work with a team of offering them business managers and ad accounts. So they always have like 9, 8, 10 ad accounts, which in the backup for them. So yeah, this is going to be the part of the journey. Whoever doing Facebook ad in this call, they need to understand it's going to happen, and there's no other way of that.
Okay. How do you said there's companies offering the service of giving people business account. I guess that's under somebody else's profile. Is that right?
Yep. So the thing is, if you have a good warm-up profile, like your own profile or my personal profile, they must be a few years old, right? And I can rent out this profile because the other person is not going to log into my Facebook. They're going to log into my Facebook Messenger, and I can rent it out. I can sell it. So a lot of people sells that, and that agency start acquiring as many BMs as possible, and then they start selling it to the third person.
Do you have any agencies that you recommend right now?
Yep, I have. I can give you their WhatsApp number. You can get to connect with them, ask them about the services and all that.
I'll hit you up personally for that. And Francis, if you want to hit him up in Utopia as well, it's the same name, Qash Umar, QASHUMAR.
Got it. Perfect.
Beautiful. Otherwise, does anyone else have any final questions? We got Federico. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I had a question on influencer marketing.
Go for it.
I've been doing it for a brand, and I got a problem, which is I don't have enough link clicks because the influencers I'm working with, I think, are good, and they have good numbers, like a lot of engagement and followers. Plus, people in the comments are asking about the product and recommending it to friends. But I only get like 100 clicks from a promotion. So I want to know, how can I improve this number?
Link clicks come in from the creative and the offer. Creatives is something that you're definitely going to have to work on. I have something that's going to be posted into the Utopia later this week, which is a mass example of influencer related TikTok posts and UGC related posts that it has a PDF of like $10 million worth of revenue across all of them. That's going to be posted, so you'll be able to study that. But for now, go message me in the Utopian. I'm going to give you someone's Twitter account to study. She creates, I don't know what type of influencers you're using. Are you using Instagram or TikTok?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok right now.
Yeah, so she has a phenomenal list of TikTok ads that she's been posting that have been getting amazing engagement and link clicks. It's just a creative problem that you have right now. So you got to show these influencers on a media kit. Every time I work with an influencer, I give them a 1-page PDF about what the product is, who the audience is, what angles have worked in the past, and examples of other winning TikToks. They could be from my product or a competitor's product or one of the influencers who posted for me in the past. And I showed them a list of the winning ones so they have an idea of which direction to move into. Tell them that they have full creative freedom, but here are a few things that you would recommend that they add inside of the video. So now you're giving them a streamlined basis of what can actually go viral based off of the data that you actually have, and then give them the freedom. But it's going to take a few more tests to find that winner. And once you find that winner, you'll be able to duplicate that multiple times. But it's a creative problem for sure.
That's cool, man. Thank you.
No problem. So create that media kit. Let me know if you want my media kit. I can send you it. Just shoot me a PM in the Utopia and I'll send you an exact example of what it looks like. Okay?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Anyone else have any final questions? Yes, no, maybe so.
Just me, Wiz.
I'll go for it. Both of you guys can go.
So mine's is a bit of a unique story. So last week I was shopping and I ended up speaking to this guy. Can you see him?
No way, bro. That's amazing.
We had like a 20-minute conversation. Like we exchanged emails at the end as well. Like super cool guy. Yeah, he was in London just super randomly. And yeah, I guess the reason I felt inspired was because, well, my question is like content creation. Like I'm sure you understand it as well, being Pakistani Wiz. Like I've always been so afraid to put myself out there and on camera and stuff. And I was saying this to him, like, what's your advice on that? Like in terms, I know you're anonymous, so it's a bit different. But like, do you had a lot of success before you were like Wiz of Ecom? Do you wish you built in public? I guess is my question.
Never. I hate building in public. I don't like people because there's two people have, and this is from a spiritual point of view, people have bad energy, my friends. There's always someone in your following list who wants you to lose. And I've had people who reached out to other people saying that they want to pull me down, consciously saying that they want to find leverage over me to throw me down. Once you start building in public, people, in my opinion, people try hurting you a lot more. Right. And people don't need to know your numbers. Right. I don't like, no, I haven't tweeted a number in so long, but the people who do know my numbers are people who are making really big money. Look at Ecom Chase Diamond, for example. He's the biggest name in email marketing, but he's a partner with me. Right. Once you start actually building an audience online, you will start getting vouchers and recommendations from top guys, people doing 20, 30, $50 million and revenue from their agencies, or doing multiple 8 figures from their e-com brands. And you network with these people, you speak to these people, and you only need the credibility from the people that actually matter, right? You don't need it from some egg profile guy who's a hater of you and they're talking shit about you. That pulls you down and they keep you in a low vibrating state. And now you want to win approval over and over again, which negatively impacts your entire mind because now you're focused on things that don't matter, right? You want to build credibility with people who actually matter and people who you actually want to help out in this world. I don't recommend building in public. I don't recommend, I don't like putting my face out there. It was a challenge for me because I love attention, but I wanted to keep as low key as possible. If you are going to go build in public, that's totally your decision. But yeah, it's totally up to you.
Okay. That's really helpful, actually. Yeah, thank you. I think for where I'm at right now, I'm friends with Davey Fogarty, by the way. I know you know him.
He's amazing, super cool. Yeah.
And he said to me, we were on a Zoom call once, and he said, I'll never forget this. He went, "Yeah, bro, don't bother with YouTube until you've hit 100 million." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it's crazy because he grew, I think, 100,000 in like 2.5 months. So I had my call with him too. He's a really cool guy. And those are the people you want to actually network with, right? So build an audience. I asked him, why are you on Twitter? For those who don't know, Davey Fogarty has done $250 million in e-commerce revenue this year alone in the past 12 months. And that's the beauty. I asked him, like, why are you on Twitter? And his response was, he's like, to meet people like you. He wants to network and talk to people online who are doing crazy things so he can mastermind with, right? He wants to be able to provide all this value, but then he gets those few connections like Has, for example, right? I do recommend every single person on this call create a Twitter account and start tweeting of your journey and what's going on. You guys are going to be making more money from your network that you guys make with Twitter than anything else, in my opinion. It's a massive power play for you all. Cool. I think, Iren, you had one final question.
Yeah, a quick question about cold email personalized lines.
Yeah.
How personal do you think they should be? Because I can find really deep information about one person and dig into what they do, etc., but I will spend a lot of time on that, or I can pick something more surface level and spend less time on each email. What are your thoughts on that?
You don't want to go in too deep and come off creepy, but you don't want to be so shallow that people are going to be like, yeah, well, anyone could have known this information with one single Google search, right? Your first line is a personalized line. First line meaning it's one line only. It's going to be a line and a half maximum. You can talk about their favorite books, maybe a sports team, or maybe a massive win that they've had. I'll send you a post in the Utopia that has a checklist of a few things that you can talk about and research about them for first lines. and that can help you. But basically, you want to come up with a checklist of things that you could search about a person. Like if you want to search about what is this individual's favorite book, or has this individual written a book before, or maybe a quote from something that they tweeted or said online before. Like when you said XYZ, it impacted me because of this. Right. So create a list of things that you could look about an individual that makes them feel good and makes them feel special without sounding too creepy. And they know that you've done your due diligence and research. Create a list of those type of things like books, quotes, etc.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So
Cool.
shoot me a PM in the Utopian. I'll send you that post as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Otherwise, I think that was it for this week's call. It went absolutely phenomenal. Again, I'm going to do it the same time next week, so all of you guys could hop inside the call as well. And the thing is this, you guys got to keep into account that every single week there will be new barriers that are going to come across into your business that we have no idea about until the week goes on. So whatever questions you guys ever have, hop into these calls, ask them, and let's work together to try answering them as well as possible. But in the meantime, if you guys want, because this call was phenomenal, shoot a tweet on Twitter and tag myself, Wiz Of Ecom, and talk about the Utopia. I want to keep on growing this place so we get more value inside to help each and every one of us. I want influencer knowledge in here. I want TikTok knowledge in here. And all that's going to hop in once we have more members actually joining as well. So tweet a review about Utopia. Let me retweet it. Otherwise, you guys are all absolutely amazing. And I'm going to talk to you guys next week. Okay? Long live Utopia, my friends. Talk soon. Bye-bye.